The Olympics always feature powerful moments, both epic highs and heartbreaking lows. Our parenting expert, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler, is here with us to talk about the lessons your kids can learn from watching the games. Now that they're all wrapped up, we get 2 years till another set.
Yeah.
But sometimes the most powerful or even the most memorable things about the Olympics, not always, winning gold. Those moments are amazing. But think about all the emotion. Lindsey Vonn breaking her leg, poor Amber ice skating and had that horrible performance and cry. You see these emotional moments. Why do those stick with us so much?
Because we know that we're watching greatness, right? I think from a parent's perspective, we understand the years and years, and it's not even the 4 years in between if they're coming back. Like, you can imagine them when they were 7 and 8 years old, first on the ice or on the mountain. So I think there's like a huge amount of emotion when you really understand like what this means, what that 60 seconds or 4 minute means. And then when you're watching it with your kid, they just think they're seeing just greatness, as if like, maybe they were born this way, or not understanding or fully appreciating all the hard work that goes into it. So it's kind of a really nice time to be able to talk to them about resilience and effort and perseverance and failure in a way that feels so authentic because it's on display for you right in front of your eyes.
Well, and Michaela Schifrin has just been such a shining example of this, talking about it through all the years, like when she did fail and grieving her father, and again when she won. Like, just was so beautiful this year, and thinking about her dad. What is the message when they do? Like, I think of the quad god. What's the message you want the kids to take from that moment when they are crying or they are disappointed? Like, did they let people down, their team down? How do you explain that to kids?
Yeah, I think there's some really nice ways that a parent can say something like, when you see someone breaking down, or, they didn't do well the way they expected, to say something like, yeah, they're really upset like this because they really care. They're really dedicated to this. So we got to see this one performance. But do you know how many performances they've done?
Yeah.
And how many practices? I mean, you can be so playful about it. How many practices? There's 365 days in a year, right? You can really go with it so that they understand. We just got to see a little sliver. So it's really upsetting because we only get to see it once. The other thing to say is this doesn't make or break this one person. Yes, they didn't get the gold, but that doesn't define them. They are still all these other things and have all these other identities as well, right? Because when you think I'm an Olympian, right, what does that mean? And so you can talk to them, like, let's talk about their family. The quad god, like, they talked about his parents and what they were like. Yes, he's a son, he's a friend, he's a this, he's all these other things, so that also kids can see that it's not just one performance that makes or breaks you.
No.
Many, many, many of them, kind of make who you are.
Yeah, these are real teaching moments. I didn't look at it like that. It's just, let's cheer on the country, but it's more nuanced than that.
It is more new. It is there. It can be, right? You can just sit there and watch, and everybody has an opinion. Oh, I liked that. I didn't like that. But I think there's also, and today, honestly, these times, I think any times we can see opportunities to talk about things that maybe even are global, right? There was the issue of, could somebody wear a hat that had pictures of people they lost in Ukraine? All these kinds of things. It's like the Olympics actually has a lot of meat to it that you can really talk about. But I love to talk about effort versus outcome and perseverance and learning how to fail. And the other thing is how they will still do their interviews, right? And they will still stand on a podium, maybe in a spot that they didn't expect to be in or whatever it is. And it's like, this is how you gotta get through things. This is grit. This is what it looks like.
That's what Ilya got so much praise for, that he did do that. That's a
Yeah.
good example.
It is a really good example. And he was so young too. We also talk about that age.
Don't be bad.
Yeah, if you've got an older teenager, you're like, just think about it. They're only a few years older than you, and look at what they're doing, So just lots and lots of material there.
All good. I'm glad. We'll still be talking about it, and we've got 2 years, and then we're back at summer.
That's
So, all right.
That's
okay.
right.
All right. Thank you so much, Sheryl.